Welcome to this course. This is a course that starts from the density matrix rho, and in particular this density matrix will be used to describe the fundamental concept of decoherence in quantum physics. And decoherence is a concept which is related to the transition from the quantum behavior to the classical behavior. Then, starting from the density matrix, we will be able to derive the so-called von Neumann equation, and this will also be important in the description of quantum systems and to see how decoherence appears and disappears and so on. And the density matrix is also a tool which can be used in the definition of the so-called Wigner function. The Wigner function is another important function that also allows describing the transition from the quantum world to the classical world. And then finally we will be able, in the first part of the course, we will be able to define the so-called quantum entropy. This concept of quantum entropy will also be important in the derivation of the concept of gravity from quantum entropy. And this article was written by a mathematical physicist, Ginestra Bianconi, and we will go through this important article because there are interesting mathematical concepts which are used throughout physics, not just in mathematics and not just in this article. There are important concepts that arise in quantum field theory, in general relativity, and so on. So we will go through the mathematics because it's important, but we will find out that the physics is also interesting. In particular, the article derives modified Einstein field equations starting from quantum entropy. So we will be able to go through this article. So you can see here, for example, that we have Einstein field equations with some modifications, and we see the emergence of a positive cosmological constant and other very interesting features. But apart from the physics, and also apart from the fact that we still need to find experimental validation and so on, just because a theory is mathematically consistent doesn't mean, of course, that the world behaves just like the theory predicts. That's not how it works, of course. But as I said, the mathematics and also the physical concepts are worth exploring because they are indeed very useful in general, not just in the article itself. So this is the introduction. Of course, you will find more information in the coming videos. I hope you will enjoy.